listener production.
Welcome to Take a Hike Podcast, a podcast that's going to be taking you through North Queensland's best parks and trails. Guiding us through the podcast today from the Townsville Bushwalking Club is Cherry Judge, Lewin Warnicky, and I'm Blair Woodcock. How are you today, mate?
I am excellent.
Fantastic. Any big adventures coming up?
Well, there's the Paluma Push coming out.
Oh, when's that?
When's that? That is towards the end of this month.
Can people still register?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. But it's going to be exciting to get up there.
Oh, yeah. It's a mountain bike race in Paluma and it's stunning. Have you done it before?
No.
You can do the short course. It's great.
I don't have a bike.
I can lend you one.
Oh, we'll discuss this. Coming up today, we're going to be joined by Mitch Nissan, who you heard the first half of the interview last week. He's an absolutely incredible and insane adventure guy. You've already heard about his adventure in the God Zone Challenge over in New Zealand earlier this year. If you didn't hear last week's episode, actually press pause now. Go back and get it and listen to it first because it is absolutely incredible what he got up to over there. Coming up a bit later today, you're going to hear some more about his adventures here in Australia, up in North Queensland, and what he's about to do next, and a potential adventure race that you could actually register to get involved in as well. All of that detail will be coming up very shortly. Lewin, how you're out and about literally every weekend. You're mixing it with snakes and spiders and leeches everywhere. You love to spend time out there. But whenever you're in here, you're a well-groomed man.
Sometimes, some would say.
Look, when you remember to, get dressed properly before we start these things, I guess. But hygiene out in the bush. What's your go-to? What's leave no trace safe? What's the go-to these days?
Yeah, well, how do you sanitize your hands before eating food or after going to the toilet, right?
Of course.
So there's many methods that people have used. You got those hand sanitization gels.
Yeah, that's all I use.
Yeah, they're great. And you can even start fires with them too. So
seriously?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's near alcohol.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
So it's a good emergency backup.
That's great.
You also have those wafer thin soap sides that you can just peel one off and then wet it and it dissolves into your hands.
Yeah, you get them from Anaconda and the likes. They're like a Cedar Summit one.
Yeah, Cedar Summit one. Yeah. Great Australian brand, that one.
I always use the... I know there's two different types. It's a liquid. It's Cedar Summit, but I think it's the multi-purpose.
Yes, I've used that, the multi-purpose wash, and you could use it for everything.
Dishes. Yeah.
Washing your clothes away from the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great because it's biodegradable and it doesn't affect the tension on the surface water that as much as other soap suds would.
Oh, see, that's crazy. I remember hiking in America a few years ago. It was my first night solo camping ever over in America. And I was by this really tiny stream and there was a PCT at the Pacific Crest Trail. He was halfway, well, not halfway, but a third of the way through. He was camping with me that night as well. I was talking to him, great conversation, great bloke. I then needed to wash my cup. It was literally a cup and I put it in the stream to get some water into it.
Mm-hmm.
He literally abused me for doing that, for leave no trace. No, I was never going to tip it back out into the stream, but collecting water. I'd never realised how insane and protective some people are about leave no trace.
Yeah, there's a whole range of people. Some are hypersensitive like that. As long as you're not dirtying the water and you're taking it away and then washing it up and then emptying it 50, 100 metres away.
Yeah, and that was my intent. Not that I'm making excuses for myself.
No.
But I guess I never knew about that all-purpose being softer and on for actual water as well, though.
Yeah, so you know
great.
those insects that like to stay on top? If you're washing with any normal detergents, it affects the surface tension so they can't live on the water anymore.
There you go. So is that what you use?
Yeah, the multi-purpose wash. Generally, I don't take soaps these days unless it's like a multi-week trip.
Oh, correct. Oh, I never take deodorant. I never take anything like that. It's only literally hand stuff so I don't get the squirts later on after I eat, really.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, and if you're probably an experienced hiker and you're just going away for an overnight or a few overnights, I don't even take toilet paper. So I don't do on-track hikes mostly. I go off-track and I still bury waste in anything, but I also bury leaves with it.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That makes heaps of sense. But you know your environment as well. You know what you're going into. You know how safe it is in terms of, population as well as the actual leaves you use.
Yeah, not to use the gimpy leaves. Yeah, they're not, they're not good.
So, there's a lot of people out there who probably go out and probably don't know as much as yourself.
True. And for that, toilet paper is good.
I only heard this on the weekend. that back in like the 70s when there was, less concern about everything, people actually used warm rocks to wipe their ass.
Oh, wow. I never heard that one.
Smearing,
That's
it was called.
good. Wow. So when you go out to a restaurant, sometimes they leave you like a napkin or whatever that they're just going to throw in the bin. So I collect them and use them for toilet paper if I need to. So you're not wasting paper and stuff. Other alternative is those bamboo biodegradable wet wipes.
Yep.
Normal wet wipes, they're made of plastic, right? There's only one brand I've found that was actually biodegradable, made out of bamboo. So if you are using wet wipes, just take them out, hike them out, because I've been so many campsites. I can remember one on the western summit of Bartle Frere. There was just littered with wet wipes everywhere. And so, you pick them up and you hike them out for other people, but just don't leave them there in the first place.
Absolutely. Double bag it.
Yeah.
I had to carry my own toilet paper out for 30 days.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Anyway, that's more poo talk. I didn't expect us to go there, but
somehow went there.
It always ends up there. Anyway, it's all right. Look, part 2 of our interview with Mitch Nissan, as I said, an incredible adventurer from up here in North Queensland. He's already participated in one of the world's toughest adventure races, God's Zone, over in New Zealand earlier this year. And here is part 2 of the chat. What's the next adventure locally?
Locally, well, we've got this navigation course coming up, and at the moment I'm just loving getting around some of the state forests here and practicing navigation, sharpening up for some races down the track and exploring the area at the same time.
You've been doing some low-key road gaining courses, right, with your friends? You say, hey, I'm going to go out here.
Yeah, we've been doing a bit of that. Yeah, sort of set some virtual checkpoints for us and headed out and try to hit those.
What is your favourite? You're saying you love to go into the state forest. Favourite area, favourite mountain, favourite trail to do?
Yeah, right now around Clement State Forest is great. So it's probably more known for the start of the trail up to Godwin's Peak. But there's quite a lot in there in that area, and it sits on the border of Paluma National Park.
Yeah.
So there's quite good waterways and waterfalls in there too.
And you two seem to get onto some crazy adventures locally as well.
We do.
Oh, yeah, Lewin always throws us something.
Well, I don't have the paddling experience that Mitch does, so he's my guide for that area. And I have a list of all these creeks that I wanted to paddle, but I didn't really have any paddler friends that are crazy like him. So he takes me down these creeks that I've always wanted to go down. But the funny thing is, the story of how I met Mitch, I was actually hiking in far north Queensland 2 days into this rainforest, remote area, no tracks. And I was at Mount Peterbot summit, right? And you just stumbled across out of the bush with 2 of your friends or whatever with lilos, and you're like going to float down, what's the creek there?
Roaring Meg Creek?
Yeah, Roaring Meg Creek. You're doing a through walk, and I've met so many crazy adventurers out in the bush. It's surprising, like off track. You just smell the fire or something that somebody's having, like or you, in this case, you just at a summit of a mountain, and then a couple of young lads come hiking over.
Did I hear a whisper of a leech in an eye as well?
Oh, that was another trip. So that was, Mitch was training for God's Zone race. So him and a couple of other people wanted to leave Townsville at 1 a.m. and drive north to Josephine Falls, which is at the start of the trailhead for the Bartle Frere Trail, and then up and over Mount Bartle Frere, the highest peak in Queensland. And then we met at the other side, the western side, joined up, went off track through the rainforest to hike into the Russell River, which flows on the southern side of Bartle Frere. And with Mitch and Brock's experience in paddling, they guided another 3 of us out to Golden Hole and back to their car at Josephine Falls.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good day.
With hundreds of leeches and one in your eye.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were covered. Our ankles were just, and upper legs were quite covered.
That's great.
Yeah, when we met them, they were standing still, but they were moving, like everything was crawling over them. Yeah, so many leeches.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the next adventure?
The next race is in Sweden, which is quite exciting. One water race out of Stockholm. It's about a 250 kilometre course with 50 k's of swimming, 200 k's of running, and that's all navigation as well.
And higher altitude too, I would assume.
Oh, I think it's quite flat because
Okay.
it's in the ocean, so it's running across the islands,
Right.
in the archipelago.
Wow. When's that?
Yeah, that's late August.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. And before that, though, obviously local people can participate in the Grin and Bear It tournament.
Yeah, that's Grin and Bear It. It's a multi-sport race that's in Tinaroo. It's been run for about 4 or 5 or more years than that. By a foundation that's sort of based out of Cairns. And they've kindly passed that on to keep it going. And I'm just working with another local club in Cairns, Adventure Sport NQ, to keep that happening.
And that's the same. That's swim, paddle, bike and run, correct?
Correct, yep.
Nice.
Swim, paddle, bike, run, yeah.
And is it broken up into several short course and long course, or is it just one course?
It's effectively one course. We appreciate not all multi-sport races love swimming. It is quite unique to have the 4 disciplines in one race. So we've given them the option to paddle instead of the swim, so they can do an extra section on the paddle.
I was going to say, because there's 2 different races. One's with swim, one's without. So
yeah,
I hate swimming. I hate it. I'll do it, but I hate it.
Yeah, that's what we heard from a few people. Yeah, so we've added that paddle leg in just this year. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And we're trying to get the balance so that it's quite a competitive race for everyone that does both, either option.
All right. So here's a tough question for you. If you today, right now, you have to make a decision, you cannot paddle, run, or trek anymore. Which one will you never do again?
Okay, one of those.
Probably just trek.
Paddle, run. I'll trek. I won't run. How about that?
And okay, so if you had to flip it then and say you could only do one of them for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I'd probably paddle, because I think my knees would give out if I had to trek.
Yeah, there was no special conditions of, endless knees for the rest of your life. All right, that's cool. And you did that really quick too. I thought there would have been more hesitation on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult.
It's a tough question.
If I did have everlasting knees, it might be a tough call there.
Nice. Mate, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you. Good luck with God's Own next year. Good luck in Sweden this year. Good luck with the Grin and Bear It coming up in July.
Yeah, it's busy. Thank you. Yeah.
If you are interested in Grin and Bear It, as in Grin N, the letter, bearit.com.au. It's all online. Registrations are still open. The day is July 8 up at Lake Tinaroo.
Yeah, that's it.
Lorne, are you doing that?
No, I might help out, volunteer my time.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, you can volunteer. You can don a nice costume and just throw some chat at all the races, the crazy mountain bikers.
I can do that. Thanks for coming along, Mitch.
Thank you.
Incredible bloke, Mitch. Thank you very much for your time. If you are hitting the trails this weekend, please stay safe and have fun out there. Or if you are looking for someone to, maybe get into the adventure crazy scene, check out TownsvilleBushwalkingClub.com.au for all their upcoming walks and trips you can take part in as well. But until then, stay safe on the trails and have fun out there. We'll catch you next time.